25th annual Winter Music Conference with Mike, Agent X Clark, House Legends spinning here shortly. 5 a.m.
Detroit? No, I'm sorry.
Detroit in the house.
So anyway, yeah.
5 a.m.
Yeah, 4.
4, okay.
DJ at 4. Yeah, because they close at 5. I was always known as the Motor City Close in Detroit, so follow me to Miami. So now I'm known for closing all the clubs here now.
Do you like to close a club?
Oh, yeah, man. You know, I get the last drink. I get to take my time out leaving, and, you know, hey, I just get to relax. I'm not in a rush. You know, it's a wonderful thing.
Right, because you're always on time.
Exactly not.
Always on time.
Exactly not. That's what I do. I actually have a worldwide reputation for being just on time, you know, maybe like 5 minutes late, but just enough time to do what I need to do, make it happen, and no one complains. They might get mad at first, but then once I get there, get it started, then it's all cool. So that's why I ain't got shot yet.
Let's see down here for. Were you here for the very first Winter Music Conference? Day one. No?
Day one, yeah.
The big DJs in day one. Like, what were you coming to see, or did you? What was just an awe of the music?
It was like, you know, Tony Humphries, Louis Vega and them was doing the stuff. It was a lot of, Ted Patterson, a lot of New York DJs. And then, you know, Marcus White, them came down here. It was just like a bunch of, like a lot of the New York DJs and some of the California DJs that was down there. The thing I liked about it back then, you know, you had like a lot of strong business stuff that was taking place. We was all at the Fontainebleau Hotel. The biggest thing was you always went to the swimming pool area. That's where we did all our business at. And then after that, it was a breakout where like a lot of the Miami DJs didn't really play. So they kind of wasn't really feeling the fact that they wasn't playing at a spot that was given in their hometown. And I actually became a part of that, saying like, okay, yeah, well, cool. Detroit ain't played either, so, you know, why don't we get together? And then the very first Miami Meets Detroit barbecue party was born. And that party catapulted to a whole bunch of other stuff. And, you know, I don't necessarily know, and I'm not going to say that we were the pioneers of the parties that was going out here, but we were definitely one of the first ones that started doing the parties out here. And it just kind of caught up like a virus, and look what we got now. Parties inside of stores, restaurants, pizza places, just everywhere.
Detroit?
You never know. I mean, you know, we could trace the roots back. I mean, like, yeah, in a sense, because, you know, Detroit started like techno and the house movement with Chicago, and we came down here and voiced our opinion on a bunch of stuff.
Right. How did you hear about the Winter Music Conference? I mean, it was like, all of a sudden it's new, so who, you know.
Well, like I said, I started going to New Music Seminar in New York in the 80s. And when they ended that, the Winter Music Conference was like the new thing to go to. So that was pretty much all the same people shifted gears over here. And that's when we was over here doing the same thing and, you know, loved it, you know, because it was the perfect networking thing. It was a time where this is where you went to get your business done, all your licensing deals, you know, meeting all the new contacts and all the above. And the conferences have contributed to 50% of my career. I mean, without no doubt, coming to these conferences, meeting the people I met, and just, you know, just getting the energy and doing all the different little gigs I did with different people, it helped you know, make my career that much better, you know, traveling. So on behalf of the Winter Music Conference people, I'd like to thank all of you guys for giving this thing for people like us to come around where everyone in the party industry can get together that one time a year and just, you know, explore all of our, you know, things that we do. Come together, create bigger things and other things, and exchange and all the above up under this one global palm tree festival. I love it. So, thank you.
Yeah. Now, I got to ask, being that Detroit has their own electronic music festival, do you think they could learn kind of a couple of tips from this? What they might, you know, have that would enhance the festival there? Do you think? That goes on down here, like networking and stuff?
Well, yeah, to a certain degree, I think so. You know, because with the Electronic Music Festival, I was blessed to be a part of that as well.
Right.
You know, it has its own area where it's going towards, but, I mean, definitely it would be good to have a market like this come over there a little bit more because, you know, Detroit being one of the music capitals, it's just a good place to have a lot more people come through so we can, you know, one, get a lot of Detroiters and people around their jobs, getting them going. And two, just the whole networking in itself is just, it's an uplifting thing. Because with me coming from Detroit, coming out here, and I'll say again, it helped my career as far as like traveling and getting to know people from all around the world. That's just me, that one person in Detroit. You take it down there, you multiply it times everyone else is out there. Never know, it can create a whole nother new global market. There's a lot of unemployed Detroiters out there.
Yeah, there is, and they could be employed though. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the great interview as always. And finally, do we have any movies we can look forward to for Mr. Agent X Clark, or coming out from Mr. Agent X Clark movie-wise?
Well, I have been working on some movies, as we already know. There's this one martial art movie. I don't know the name of it. Right. We were supposed to start over in the wintertime, but they decided to wait for the weather to break. It's involving this homeless guy that lives in the hood that saves his hooker from these pimps.
Only in Detroit, because you can find all them. Probably
it's
right
a martial art movie. You know, you guys probably not do martial arts, so it's like another action film.
We are the sons and daughters of a dance revolution. The sons and daughters of off-balance walks and distorted body rhythms. We are a footstep generation. A generation that defeated journeys of oppression through acrobatic expression, when the tongues of freedom had conversations with the body languages of our rolling legion. Now, so how you like me now? Cause we are the soul clapping for the souls that are still dancing, that refuse to forget us, that let us relive history through dance floor circles, circulating the cycle of life. We